cookies. So we are going to start with a candy cane. So I've got my candy cane cookie already baked here. It's just a regular sugar cookie recipe. You still need the cutter out. I've got different colors of fondant here. We're going to start with some white fondant. And I'll just take this out, knead it up just a little bit. I prefer to cover the cookies with fondant rather than a royal icing, because I can go ahead and complete the entire cookie. Whereas if I do it with royal icing first, you have to wait till the royal icing sets before you can add the other colors to it. So this is just a quicker method, and I like the way the cookies turn out. But you could certainly, if you prefer using royal icing, use the royal icing, let it sit, and then everything that I do after that, you could either do with fondant, and some of it you could do with royal icing. I will be using some royal icing to decorate the cookies. So this is just a regular rolling pin. This is just some cornstarch in a nylon stocking that I place underneath the fondant. And I just want to roll this out and cut it with the same cookie cutter that you cut your cookie with. Okay, push down, give it a little wiggle. Make sure you have a nice clean cut. Remove the excess fondant. Make sure you wrap that up so it doesn't dry out on you. Okay. Then I have this here, and you can use a few different things. I'm going to attach the fondant to the cookie. I'm going to use just a little bit of piping gel. You could use water if you prefer, and sometimes I even use shortening, like a Crisco shortening on the back of the fondant, and then it'll stick to the cookie. So just lightly put the piping gel on the back of the fondant, and then flip it back over. Pop it on the cookie, and then wipe off if you have any excess gel on your fingers. Make sure you get that off. And then what we want to do is just go ahead with, I usually like to pick it up and just with my thumb, I just kind of spread this out. Okay, now I've just got some green rolled fondant here, rolling it out the same way. What I want to do is I want to do some green and some red stripes on my candy cane. Just make it a little bit different. Most just have the red and white, but I want to mix it up a little bit. And to cut these, to make sure I get the strips all the same size, this is for dough, like pie dough. And what I want to do is just place it on top here, push down, and cut, and it makes nice even strips. Then what I want to do is just take a pizza cutter and just cut these. And pick one of these up. Take it over to my cookie, and I'm going to want this at an angle, so I'm going to cut this just at an angle, and that's just a regular, it's just a spatula, like a palette knife spatula, and then cut it over here, and then put a little bit of the piping gel, or you can use water, on the back, and then flip it back over. For the red, I'm actually going to use just the royal icing. So I've got some royal icing here with a tip number 3. And what I want to do is leave a little bit of space between the green and the red that I'm going to pipe on, so you can see the white showing through a little bit. So squeeze, straight line. And on the other side. Okay, and then I want to do one more thing. I want to go ahead and take a tip with some green royal icing, and this is a tip 352, which is a leaf tip. And I'm just going to do a little sprig of holly over here, right in this white part. So I'll just squeeze, pull off one to one side, squeeze and off to the other side, and then one straight up the top. And then just with the red, just put 3 little berries. So there's our first one. There's another one that I did earlier, the same. Okay, very easy.